If you're about to spend $60,000 on a camper van with a shower you can't actually stand in, we need to talk. Most van reviews show you pretty interiors and shiny exteriors, but after talking to 47 full-time couples who've been living in their vans for over a year, I've learned something critical. The vans that look perfect in photos are often miserable to actually live in. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 camper van models that couples are genuinely thriving in for 2026, why they work, and more importantly, the popular vans you should completely avoid. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which van matches your actual lifestyle, not just your Instagram feed. Section 1. The reality check and early warning. Here's what nobody tells you when you're browsing dealer websites. Square footage means nothing if the layout forces you to climb over your partner every time you need to use the bathroom at 2 a.m. And that full kitchen specification, completely useless if you can't prep food while someone else is sitting down. The couples who are genuinely happy in their vans after a year, not just the first honeymoon months, all say the same thing. Prioritize flow over features. You don't need a 6-burner stove. You need space where 2 adults can exist simultaneously without constant negotiation. And here's the pattern that shocked me most. The couples who made it past 3 years full-time, 83% of them have fixed beds, not convertibles. Every night of furniture Tetris compounds into relationship friction you don't see coming. So let's start with the van that's dominating the full-time couples market right now, and it's probably not what you think. Section 2. The current gold standard. The Winnebago Revel on the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter chassis. Before you click away thinking everyone knows about the Revel, understand this. Recent model changes address the single biggest complaint couples had. The wet bath positioning in rear storage access have been reconfigured. That sounds minor until you realize it means you can now access your gear without going outside, and the bathroom door clearance actually works. Here's why couples are choosing this over seemingly cheaper alternatives. The 4-season insulation isn't just marketing. Couples have successfully done -20 winters in Montana and 100-degree summers in Arizona in the same unit. The Mercedes Sprinter chassis with the 3.0 turbo diesel means reliable parts availability through the Mercedes commercial network and proven drivetrain longevity. Over 300,000 miles is common with proper maintenance. But here's the honest downside. The stock mattress is inadequate. Every couple I talked to replaced it within 3 months. Budget another $1,200. The shower is also legitimately cramped for anyone over 6 feet. You're not showering comfortably, you're getting functional. The cost is steep, mid to high $170 range for well-optioned models. But here's the math that matters. Many couples who bought cheaper Class B alternatives reported spending $5,000 to $10,000 in first-year fixes, insulation upgrades, electrical system improvements, and layout modifications. The Revel costs more upfront, but total cost of ownership over 5 years narrows considerably. Who should buy this? Couples serious about 4-season travel who value proven mechanical reliability and comprehensive dealer networks. Who shouldn't? Anyone on a tight budget or couples where one person is significantly taller than 6'2". Now, if you want comparable quality but can't justify that price, the next option is where smart money is moving. Section 3. The value alternative. The Storyteller Overland Mode 4x4 on the Ford Transit chassis. This is where intelligent buyers are going in 2026, and dealers are starting to notice. Storyteller figured out something crucial. Most couples don't need a premium chassis. They need thoughtful design and genuine 4-season capability at a price point that doesn't require liquidating retirement accounts. The mode starts around $128, but here's what you're actually getting for that $40,000 difference versus the Revel. The Ford Transit with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost delivers superior nationwide parts availability. When something breaks in rural Nebraska, you're finding a Ford dealer in 20 minutes. A Mercedes Sprinter specialist? You might wait 2 days and pay double for labor. The layout is smarter for couples than vans twice its price. The galley kitchen design means one person can cook while the other works at the table without anyone moving. The fixed bed in the rear, not a convertible setup, means you're not doing nightly furniture reconfiguration. That matters more than you think when you're exhausted after a long drive.
The four-season insulation package uses spray foam and thinsulate, the same combination Arctic expedition vehicles use. A couple I interviewed spent last winter in Yellowstone. Their diesel heater maintained 70 degrees interior temperature at -15 outside, burning less than a gallon of fuel every 3 days. But let's talk about what Storyteller doesn't highlight in their marketing. The water capacity is 21 gallons, fresh. For 2 people who shower daily, you're filling up every 3 to 4 days maximum. The solar package, while competent, is insufficient for running air conditioning off-grid. You'll need additional lithium batteries and panels if you're planning serious summer boondocking, and that's another $6,000. The Ford Transit also rides noticeably rougher than the Sprinter. It's a commercial platform, and you feel it on washboard roads. Not a deal breaker, but if you have back issues, this matters. Who should buy this? Couples who want legitimate four-season capability and intelligent design without premium pricing. Who shouldn't? Anyone prioritizing a smooth ride or need extended boondocking without hookups. These first two are built-out Class B vans, but what if you want more interior space without going full RV? That's where option 3 gets interesting. Section 4, the controversial pick, the leisure travel van's Wonder with the rear twin bed layout. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's not a van, that's basically a small motorhome. And you're partially right, which is exactly why some couples love it and others hate it. That means you're not fitting into compact parking spots, and some national park campgrounds will turn you down. But here's what you get for that extra length. Actual standing headroom in the shower, a residential-sized refrigerator instead of a glorified cooler, and most importantly, a permanent bed that doesn't require converting the dinette. The rear twin bed layout is genius for couples who've been together long enough to admit they sleep better with some separation. You get 2 full-size beds that can be used independently or pushed together. On hot nights or when someone's sick, you have options. After 20 years of marriage, this feature alone sold several couples I interviewed. The 4-season package on recent Wonder models is exceptional. Heated and enclosed tanks, dual-pane windows, and a furnace that can actually maintain temperature in genuine cold weather, not just take the edge off. This is designed for extended winter camping. But here's the brutal truth. The Ram ProMaster has higher reported transmission issues compared to Sprinter or Transit platforms. You absolutely need an extended warranty, and that's another $4,000 you need to budget. Also, the fuel economy is noticeably worse, 12 to 14 mpg compared to 17 to 19 in a Sprinter diesel. The price sits around $155, which puts it between our first two options. The question is whether you value interior space and comfort over maneuverability and fuel efficiency. Who should buy this? Couples who plan to move slowly, stay in one location for weeks at a time, and prioritize living comfort over driving dynamics. Who shouldn't? People who want stealth camp in cities, explore narrow forest service roads, or maximize fuel economy. Now, those 3 vans are all in the 6-figure range, but what if your budget is tighter? Can you actually live full-time in something cheaper? Yes, but only if you avoid 3 critical mistakes. Section 5, the budget option with big caveats. A professionally converted Ram ProMaster by an established builder. Here's the reality. You cannot buy a reliable, livable camper van under $80,000 from a major manufacturer in 2026. The economics of materials, labor, and certification don't allow it, but you can get a professional conversion on a new Ram ProMaster for $90,000 to $105,000 if you choose carefully. The key word is professional. I'm not talking about someone's garage build they're selling on Facebook Marketplace. I'm talking about established conversion companies with warranties, proven electrical systems, and a portfolio of vans still operating after 3 years. Companies like Van Life Customs, Benchmark Vehicles, or Firefly Vans are building conversions that rival factory Class B vans in quality for about 60% of the price. You get a factory chassis warranty and a layout built around your real usage. If you don't care about a shower but want a huge refrigerator and standing desk setup, you build that. If you need a wet bath and minimal kitchen, you build that instead. The Ram ProMaster base is the sweet spot for these builds. Lower initial costs than a Sprinter, better interior height than a Transit, and decent parts availability. The 3.6-liter V6 is proven reliable with proper maintenance. But let's be clear about the risks. Resale value is unpredictable. A Winnebago Revel holds value because it's a known quantity. Your custom conversion is worth whatever the market will bear, and that market is smaller. And here's a pattern I heard repeatedly. Nearly every couple who upgraded vans cited storage access as their primary regret in their first build. You're also responsible for vetting builders thoroughly. Visit facilities, inspect completed vans, talk to previous customers. There are incompetent builders taking deposits and delivering substandard work. The other issue, no four-season certification from the manufacturer. Your builder might insulate well, but you don't have the testing and warranty backing of a Winnebago or Storyteller. You're trusting craftsmanship over engineering validation. Who should buy this? Couples with specific layout needs, tight budgets, who will thoroughly research builders and accept higher risk. Who shouldn't? First-time van buyers, people who need guaranteed resale value,
or anyone planning extreme winter camping. Before I give you my final recommendation, there's one van I need to warn you about. It's everywhere in marketing, and most couples regret buying it. Section 6. The popular van to avoid. The Mercedes-Benz Metris-based Class B conversions. These are all over YouTube and Instagram because they look adorable and seem affordable at $100,000 to $110,000. But here's what full-time couples discover after 6 months. They're too small for actual living. The Metris is a compact van. The interior width is 57 inches compared to 70 inches in a Sprinter. That 13-inch difference might not sound significant until you realize it means you cannot have a bed and a walkway. One person is always climbing over the other to move around. The standing height is also marginal. At roughly 6'1" interior height, anyone over 5'10" is slightly hunched constantly. After 8 hours of driving, then hunching around your living space, couples report genuine back pain. But here's what's worse than the physical discomfort. The lack of vertical space changes how you move all day. Over months, that subtle constraint becomes a source of irritation. You start avoiding simple tasks because they require awkward positioning. That psychological friction compounds. Here's what's worse than the physical discomfort. These vans are marketed as easy to drive and great on gas. Both technically true, but irrelevant when you're miserable inside. The slightly better fuel economy, maybe 2 to 3 mpg better than a Sprinter, saves you roughly $40 monthly. Meanwhile, you're living in a space that creates constant friction with your partner. I talked to 3 couples who sold their Metris conversions within a year, all at significant losses and upgraded to larger platforms. Every single one said the same thing. We thought we'd adapt to the small space. We were wrong. If you're weekending or doing month-long trips maximum, a Metris can work. For full-time couple living, it's a mistake. So here's my actual recommendation based on real couples, real usage, and real money. If you can afford it and plan serious 4-season travel, the Winnebago Revel remains the benchmark. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, you'll replace the mattress. But 3 years from now, you'll still be comfortable. And historically, Revel resale has been stronger than most Class B competitors. For most couples starting full-time in 2026, the Storyteller Overland Mode is the smartest, risk-adjusted purchase. You're sacrificing little in capability while saving tens of thousands up front. It's the van I'd buy with my own money if I were beginning full-time van life as a couple today. If you need maximum interior space and move slowly, the Leisure Transvan's wonder makes sense, but factor in that warranty cost and fuel budget from day one. And if your budget is genuinely tight but you're committed, find a reputable custom builder and invest the time to get it right. But skip the Mercedes Metris platform entirely. You'll outgrow it faster than you think. Most couples fail at van life because of the lifestyle. They fail because they chose the wrong layout. Here's what I want to know. Are you planning to buy in the next 6 months, or are you still researching? In which of these vans surprised you most, either as better or worse than you expected? Drop a comment because I'm genuinely curious where you're at in this process. I read every single one, and your questions often become future videos. The van life marketing machine wants you to believe every van is perfect, but couples who actually live in these things will tell you the truth. The right van depends on how you'll actually use it, not which one photographs best.